Even though there were a lot of problems, it was a pretty good quarter. Chain of supply and demand in China, etc. My favorite thing about them is that they made about $720 million in their first full year of profitability in 2020. If you look at how they've been doing over the last couple of years, that's what I find most amazing. That was Mark Fields, who used to be CEO of Ford. He isn't the only one who thinks Tesla is still the leader in the electric vehicle (EV) market, even though many new companies and old automakers are getting into the EV market. Many well-known car companies like Ford, Honda, and Chevrolet sell cars in the US market. But one company stands out. Tesla Motors makes electric cars. This company and its CEO, Elon Musk, became well known when they launched their most famous car, the Model S1, in 2012. With its release, Tesla became one of the few successful independent companies and a leader in the market for electric cars. They made more than $12.5 billion this year, and that's more than what Ford or GM are expecting right now. There's a lot of progress that has been made since then, and they've now built up to 2 million units of capability. Okay, does this change how you feel about how much this company is worth? Well, I think this company has been worth a lot more as a tech and software business than as a car business. I think what you're seeing now is them learning what it takes to be one of the big players in the car industry, how to keep demand high when it drops, the effect on your profit margins, and I think investors are looking at this and asking themselves, should we value it as a traditional car company or as a technology company with growth potential? Notably, it was also a hit with people who bought cars, and it still is, even though there have been some problems over the years. Tesla is still doing well, even though the company and its controversial CEO are having a lot of problems. The Tesla Dojo supercomputer is the most recent example of this. This is Tesla's unique supercomputer platform, Dojo. It was built from the ground up for AI, machine learning, and video training using video data from electric cars. The car company already has a number of very powerful NVIDIA GPU-based supercomputer systems. But the new computer that was built just for the Dojo uses chips and a whole system that Tesla created. The custom-built machine should make it easier for Tesla to train neural nets with video data, which is an important part of the computer vision technology that makes its self-driving cars work. Tesla showed off its Dojo supercomputer at its AI Day in 2021, but the company was still stepping up its efforts. That moment, it only had its first chip and training tiles. It was also still making a full Dojo cabinet and cluster, or exapod. A year later, in 2022, Tesla showed off some work on Dojo, such as a full system tray. The car company said at the time that it would have a full cluster by the first quarter of 2023. The first 3 months of the year went by without any news of Dojo being up and running. However, much to the joy of many, it was recently revealed that Dojo only started running this summer, with plans to gradually increase its power to 100 exaflops by the end of 2024. Since Tesla is now using neural networks for both its computer-based visual awareness and the controls of its cars, the company says it is limited in how much computing power it can use for its self-driving projects. This is where Dojo could make a difference. Morgan Stanley sent out a new note to clients a few weeks ago. In it, an analyst from the company went into great detail about Dojo. Morgan Stanley analyst Adam Jonas wrote in a note that the self-driving car has been called the mother of all AI projects in its quest to find a way for cars to drive themselves. Tesla has created a cutting-edge supercomputing design that pushes the limits of custom silicon. This may give Tesla an unfair advantage in a market worth $10 trillion. The expert said that Dojo alone could make the company worth about $500 billion more. Jonas also says that Tesla may have a big edge in this field because it is only working on making its own AI chips to train AI on videos. Not only that, Morgan Stanley talked about how training could become a direct source of income in addition to speeding up its work on self-driving cars. It's worth noting that CEO Elon Musk has already said this. Morgan Stanley raised its price target on Tesla's stock from $250 to $400 because of the new figuring in of Dojo. This is a huge change for big companies like Morgan Stanley. It wasn't a surprise that Tesla stock went up by as much as 6% in pre-market trading after the note came out. In the same note, the Morgan Stanley team, led by longtime Tesla analyst Adam Jonas, also said that the huge rise in value could come from Dojo, which could open up new income streams by getting more people to use robotaxis and software services. Analysts said that Tesla's Dojo could be likened to the forces that have propelled Amazon Web Services to new heights of profits. Tesla has been called both a car company and a tech company for a long time by investors. The note said, "We think it's both, but we see software and services revenue as the biggest value driver from here on out." An in-house supercomputer called Dojo has been in the works at Tesla for about 5 years. Its purpose is to train AI systems to do difficult tasks like helping Tesla's autopilot system and accelerating its full self-driving efforts. Analysts at Morgan Stanley think that Dojo could help the company reach new markets beyond just selling cars at set prices. The experts also said that it would be interesting to see the latest version of Tesla's full self-driving system, which should be shown off at the end of the year, and Tesla's Next AI Day, which should happen in early 2024. A story from Taiwan's Economic Daily says that Tesla is sure that TSMC will be able to meet both of its doubling orders for Dojo D1 supercomputer chips. The custom Tesla application Specific Integrated Circuit ASIC is meant to power its Dojo supercomputer, which trains AI models for driver aid and self-driving cars. It is also expected to be used in robotaxis and other services that go with them. According to a story from Taiwan, Tesla will order 10,000 Dojo 1 ASIC chips from TSMC next year, which is double the current order of 5,000 units. It also says that the number of orders will keep going up until 2025. The Economic Daily tells part of this story from TSMC's point of view, saying that Tesla has helped the chipmaker's HPC order progress. Neither Tesla nor TSMC have said anything about the rumored increase in orders for Dojo D1 chips. The source story says that the Tesla TSMC is pretty much a secret. Also, Economic Daily sources say they know that the Tesla supercomputer ASIC mostly uses TSMC's 7nm family process and pairs it with an advanced water-based information level system. You may already know that Tesla has more than just the machine going for them. The Tesla Highlands is one more among the many others. In fact, Tesla has officially revealed the much-anticipated facelift for the Model 3 in Europe, just hours after photos of it were leaked. The update is called Project Highland. A redesign was long overdue for the Model 3, which hasn't changed much since it came out in 2017. Most car models get a mid-cycle refresh every 3 years and a big outward change every 7 years. But Tesla has always done things a little differently, with small improvements made all the time instead of following the normal model cycles. The refresh includes a new look for the front end and changes to the inside, such as more screen space and a longer range on the back display. Tesla says that the update replaces more than half of the car's parts, but we're not sure how they come up with that number. The new design is the most noticeable difference. It keeps most of the same look as the current Model 3, but the front end is smoother now that the current Model 3's bumpy front end is gone. Tesla says that the updated Model 3 will have a longer range. The SRAWD version will be able to go 344 miles volt, and the LR version with 18-inch racing wheels will be able to go 421 miles volt. It's an 11 to 12% increase from the volt ratings for the current Model 3. However, keep in mind that those are volt ratings, so they're higher than the US EPA ratings when they come out. If we expect the same 11 to 12% gain, the SR will have an EPA range of about 300 miles, and the LR will have an EPA range of about 370 miles. Tesla has also been accused of lying about the range of its cars, so these numbers should be understood in that light. The longer range is mostly due to better aerodynamics. The front end is lower and less bulbous, which channels air around the car better. This has led to a CD of 0.219, which is the lowest one Tesla has ever had, down from 0.225 on the current Model 3, which alone makes the range better by 5 to 8%. In the end, those are just two of many other proofs that still holds the top spot in the EV market. Make sure to sign up for more.